Newfoundland and Labrador educates a lot of really smart people, and we don't want them leaving. And we want to make sure that we have opportunities here for the talent that Memorial University educates, for the talent that the College of the North Atlantic educates. And so we want to see those people staying here, building families here, building houses here, and then deploying their knowledge and their expertise here as well. My name is Michelle Sims. I'm the CEO of Advantage St. John's, a partnership between the City of St. John's, the Town of Paradise, and the Town of Conception Bay South to build a regional economic development agency for the entire St. John's region to focus on foreign direct investment.
Are there any key projects, key initiatives that you can share that are helping to build the innovation economy and to create economic resilience in St. John's?
One of the ones that I'm most excited about right now for Advantage St. John's is that we're building in partnership with about 40 other organizations in this region. We're building out a regional economic strategy for the next 5 years. And to my knowledge, I don't think that there has been a regional economic strategy with this much engagement from the community. So we have engaged the municipalities in the region. We've engaged the post-secondary institutions, the chambers, the board of trade. We're engaging the innovation centers, the port, the airports, or the airport and the port, sorry, and a number of others as well, to come together and collectively build out the strategy that we want to see for the St. John's region for the next 5 years. Do we want to see growth in ship traffic, growth in airport traffic? Do we want to see more post-secondary education students? Do we want to see more startups? What is it that we collectively want? And we will put the strategy together to go get that. So I'm really excited about that, and we're hoping to have the strategy completed by the end of this year.
You have strategies and you have plans. You have to implement those strategies and plans. Usually we have metrics that we attach to those strategies and plans. Are there key process metrics that you look at to tell whether a given program is working or not?
Absolutely. And I think that those metrics really will depend on the strategy or the tactic that you want to implement. For us at Advantage St. John's, we are very focused on economic growth. We're looking at, the number of firms in the region. We're looking at expansion opportunities from, new builds, from, buildings filling up in the downtown. All of those things are really important to us. And we want to see vibrancy in the three communities that are supporting us, and that that includes their downtowns and their central areas, and then also talent. Talent is really important, and Newfoundland and Labrador educates a lot of really smart people, and we don't want them leaving. And we want to make sure that we have opportunities here for the talent that Memorial University educates, for the talent that the College of the North Atlantic educates. And so we want to see those people staying here, building families here, building houses here, and then deploying their knowledge and their expertise.
There must be thousands of communities worldwide who have their own economic challenges, and for whom finding economic resilience is probably a key challenge. And this is something that St. John's has clearly shown some leadership in. When you think about that, and you think about the role of innovation as well, are there recommendations?
I think when I think back to some of the challenges that we faced, I think there's strength in numbers, and I think Newfoundland and Labrador would not have gotten through some of the things that they got through had it not been for them working collaboratively, at a higher level with the federal government, or with other provinces, at a lower level with other communities, or with other businesses and other leaders. And so I really do think that when you need to be resilient, when you're in a tough time, the most important thing is to find your partners and find your collaborators, and work with them to devise a solution, because you can't do it alone. And I think, that's been obvious in our fishery. It's been obvious in, the financial crisis. It's been obvious in some of the oil and gas situations, the technology, like all of it. We've seen where either the province, communities, or individuals or companies have had to lean on others.
Are there some original success stories? Are there specific corporate examples, startups that became something substantial?
Yeah, I mean, one of the big ones that comes to my mind, of course, is the company Verafin. Verafin started in an incubator that I was working in 2002. It was a company that was established to detect fraud and money laundering in banks and credit unions and financial services. And that company grew and grew and grew. And in 2021, they were acquired by NASDAQ for $2.75 billion US, which to this day stands still as the largest acquisition of a technology company in Canadian history. And people find it hard to believe that the company not only started here, but they stayed here all along their journey. At the time of acquisition, they had close to 1,000 employees, and most of them were still based here. The founders and the CEO were still based here as well. So it's a very big success story in this province, and particularly in this region. And I would say also it should be a very big success story for Canada and for Atlantic Canada, because there's lots of great things and great talent development and whatnot that has come with that company.
We're now in an environment of tariffs. We're in an environment of significant economic uncertainty. And I realize that things are early for Advantage St. John's, but do you think that the structure that you've created is going to yield a benefit in the face of increasing uncertainty?
Yeah, I think in Canada, and particularly in Newfoundland and Labrador, investments are safe, and there is ample opportunity. And in particular in Newfoundland and Labrador right now, we have opportunity in our energy sector. We have opportunity in our oceans industries, opportunity in technology and aerospace, and obviously defense and security, because we are on the eastern edge of North America. So there's lots of work that happens there. And so, yes, the tariffs and the new administration in the United States has created a lot of uncertainty for a lot of businesses and a lot of industries, and many of those in this province, and definitely some challenging times ahead for some of them. But I also think that it has opened up tremendous opportunity as well for our province and for our region in particular.